Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's card making video, I'm participating in a hop with Heffy Doodle and Gerda Steiner. The designers are coming together and mashing up products from both of these companies for some fun inspiration and of course some giveaways. So check out the information for the giveaway in the description box below and let's jump in to the card making. This is the stamp set I'm using from Gerda Steiner. It's the Positivity stamp set. I love the little mouse in this set and the sentiments and the cute little images with the faces. There is a coordinating die set that goes with, and there are also digital stamps on the Gerda Steiner Designs stamp website, and so I'm using some of those as well. I'm going to be using these 3 die sets from Heffy Doodle for today's card, and one of them is this envelope die that creates envelopes for slimline cards. So that's going to be perfect for the card I'm making today. I'll show you how to put that all together. And then I'll be using a slimline die set and a banner from the Essentials die set. I'm going to stamp out the mouse, the teacup, and the tea bag in some Copic friendly black ink and color those up. For my cute little mice, I'm going to be using warm grays. My darkest color is W4, and then I'm going to blend that out with 2 other markers, the W2 for my mid-tone, just softening out that line of the darkest marker and blending it farther out. And then I'll bring in my W0 to continue blending that and fill in the rest of the image as well. I'm going to color all 3 of these mice the same exact way. You can see the other 2 there on the left. The top one is a mouse with a drink, and the bottom one is Sweet Tooth. So these are ones that when you purchase, you get the download immediately. You can print them out. I cut them out with my Pick Scan mat that goes with my silhouette, and they are ready to go. So I will color them, like I said, the same exact way. I'm just going to show you some more coloring that's kind of unique to these images, like that iced tea cup. I'm having it be iced tea, is kind of unique in that if you look closely, you can see through the glass and you see the lighter image of the mouse holding it. I love that so much. But before I move on to that, I'm adding some white highlights to my already colored mouse. Okay, so here is that iced tea. I'm starting with E15, and this is going to end up being my mid-tone color. I thought I was only going to use 2 colors, but I do end up bringing in a lighter color for the center of this, and I really like how this turned out. I wanted it to look different than like a soda, so it would look more iced tea, so that's why I went with these E markers that have a bit of a reddish undertone to them. I thought it worked for iced tea. I think it goes with the theme of today's card. I'm going to color in the straw, and using this kind of deep pink, you can see the straw looks tinted pink where it is under that tea, so I'm loving that. Using that same pink, R43, for the darkest colors on my sugar bowl, and then R32 for my lighter color, and I love the contrast between these 2 colors. It almost has a little bit of a coral feel to it. So there's the sugar bowl, and of course I'm going to color out the mice the same way. You can see them all there, and then I'm going to die cut out all of these pieces with their coordinating dies, and I wanted to show you one of my favorite things for die cutting, which is my Heffy Doodle mini die cutting machine. It is very sturdy, and it has a wider plate that's about 3 inches, so I almost don't have to use my large die cut machine unless I'm cutting big cover plate dies or slimline dies. Almost all of my images that are critters or flowers or whatever, they fit in there. I just love that little thing. All right, so now I am bringing in this scalloped slimline die set. It's the sweet scalloped set, cutting these 2 largest ones together to create a frame, and then I can save that middle piece for something else. But do you see there's a word die in there? It says mwah. I'm going to use that too on today's card. I also cut out a pink panel with the largest die so it could be my background. Speaking of background, I am bringing in this broad strokes stencil from Heffy Doodle. I love irregular lines like this, and I thought it would make a really fun background for my card. So I'm using some Coralberry ink from Altenew to stencil on this pink cardstock. So it's going to be a little bit of a tone on tone, but those stripes are going to be darker, and I just love this look. It looks so much like maybe wallpaper for the background. I'm not sure. It's fun. And I loved how it turned out. I'm going to also splatter this using some vintage photo distress ink and a wet paintbrush. And I'm just going to splatter that by dragging my paintbrush on the edge of this window sheet that I smushed the ink onto. So I'm going to get some brown splatters that might look like, you know, tea on there. That's my hope anyway. So I'm gluing my frame to my background panel, and then I just laid out my images where I thought I would put them. And I'm going to die cut this sentiment from some glitter paper that I had that really has like a pinkish undertone to it. I thought it was the perfect match for this paper, and look how awesome that mini die cut machine cut out this die. I'm so impressed with that little machine. I'm going to layer these up with some white cardstock behind it just to make it a little bit sturdier. It's not a sticker, it's a thicker. I try to be funny. It doesn't always work out, but there you have it. I will let that dry while I cut out this banner using that Mini Essentials die set. I feel like it's going to work perfect for the sentiment from this positivity stamp set. And it does. I'm going to use my Misty so I can stamp on there perfectly. Because it's a solid die, I can't stamp my image and then die cut it. I have to die cut first and then stamp on the die cut. So I used some teal ink for that so it would match. And now I'm going to adhere all of the things to my base. So all of the mice, that little tiny tea bag, and the little cup are all going to be popped up with foam squares, and the sentiments are going to be glued down. For my sugar bowl, I am bringing in some diamond stickles and having that be the sugar. I love how it turned out. It's so cute. So once that dries, I will stick it onto this slimline card, which is 8.5 by 3.5. And while that's drying, I might as well go ahead and make an envelope. I have this patterned paper that my neighbor gave me when she moved. It's very, very thin, so I thought it would work good as an envelope. So you're going to need these 4 pieces. There's 2 different options for the top of your envelope, and that largest piece that's angled, you'll need 2 of those and 1 of all of the others. So this scallop piece you can trade out for that more decorative piece if you want. I'm using some tape runner and putting that on the sides on those flaps, and that will make the 2 large sides of my envelope. Then I can adhere this smaller piece to what will be the bottom of my envelope, and then the scallop piece will be the top. So you just adhere 1 thing to each of the 4 sides. And then you're going to flip that over and bring in the large sides. This time I'm going to use liquid glue because it overlaps there in the center, but not wide enough for my tape runner. So I'm going to use the glue there, and I don't want to fold this in too tight. I want it to be kind of loose so that it's easier to get that envelope in and out. Liquid glue to hold on that bottom flap up, and then my envelope is done and ready to go. It looks so good. And there's my card, and when that's all dry, I'll show you how it goes in and out of the envelope with that sugar all dry like that. So there's the finished card. And I even added a mouse in a cup, another digital stamp on the inside for something cute. And there you can see how it goes into that slimline envelope. Super easy to make. And that is my card for today's hop. Like I said, there is a giveaway. Heffy Doodle is giving away a 25-pound shopping spree to their store. They're based in Scotland. I will also have links to their products where you can get them in the US below. And then Gerda Steiner is giving away a $35 shopping spree to their shop. So make sure you click over to my blog, leave some comments, and hop along with us over there to be entered into that drawing. And the drawing will end on the 21st, and the winners will be announced on the 22nd. So check out the Heffy Doodle and Gerda Steiner blogs for that announcement. I will see you guys all again on the next video very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!